morning. Hello, Robloxian. Good morning, Keiko. And anyone else who might be just joining us or will join us later. I'm Calico Pascal, the otter VTuber, streaming to you live from the Float Harbor Aquarium. Hi. And today we are continuing this piece that I started last time. Whoa, hand cam. Another one. Yippee! Yeah, so it's actually pretty funny. I feel like in the time that I first started working on this, and then I've had to just kind of stare at it at my desk for the past few weeks, I already spotted a couple of things that I want to work on today. And so I will go over them as we go along here. But good morning. I had some chia seeds, cottage cheese, goji berries, and strawberries for breakfast with cinnamon. And I got coffee. Can I show you my coffee? I get coffee. Whoa. This is black coffee. This may sound weird, but I genuinely didn't know you painted. That's okay. Yeah, I mean... Ooh, oh no, my focus. My camera focus, please. No! Focus. Oh no, please focus. Camera, please. Ah! Well, so to be clear, these Posca markers are, yeah, that's what they're called. They are paint markers, so I'll show you what they look like. Oh, here's the package. Posca. They're like these little markers, but inside they contain paint. So it just makes it a nice convenient way to use paints, and they've been gaining popularity recently, I think partially because it makes using the medium a little bit more clean. It's less, I guess, messy for setup and whatever. You can take them wherever because it's easy to travel with. You don't need water. They already got, I believe they have water inside, or they're like water based. But anyways, yeah, I only just started doing, or I shouldn't say just started. I used to do a lot of traditional artwork like many years ago, and then I switched over to digital for drawing stuff. Like, as you know, my model is made by me, drawn and rigged by myself. And then I do a lot of my own artwork. And so I didn't touch traditional art for a very long time, and then during the period in these past few years, I've kind of been getting more and more into it just because it was kind of nice to have something handmade and hand done. And I really enjoy the process, actually. It's very calming. So it was good to come back to doing more traditional pieces. I also like watercolor paint, so maybe in the future we could do like a watercolor painting stream. But it's because I have these watercolor paints I bought forever ago, and then I've barely touched them, so I would love an excuse to use them. So I gotta draw something that I would want to paint on stream. But anyways, yeah, Posca. These are really great. These are handy. The nice thing about them, as you'll see today, because they're paint, it's really easy to just go over stuff that you've already painted once it's dried, and it doesn't really do too much. Gorgeous? Yes, thank you. Yeah, so last time I did this hand cam stream, I had shown the sketch that I had done on the shikishi board. It's quite large, as you can see. There's my hand for size reference, just flat on it. Here's a Posca marker for size reference. And so we filled in the base colors, but we didn't start doing any of the details, so I'd like to start doing that today. Probably with a little bit more like touch-up with the Posca markers, and then I also have these Prismacolor color pencils. Let me show you. So that would be these guys things here. Whoa, Prismacolor. I just have this little set. I do have a bigger set of Prismacolor markers somewhere, lost in the Float Harbor attic or garage. It's somewhere, I don't know. I had bought like that huge set like years ago, and then I went through the phase where, you know, everybody's using this one particular medium, and then you're like, oh my gosh, I gotta get my hands on that medium. But then once you buy it, like I saved up all my money to buy this gigantic set of Prismacolor Prismacolor pencils, and then, you know, I was too scared to use them, so they probably didn't get as much love as they should, but I'd like to find out wherever they're being stored and then give them some good loving now. But yeah, let's get started. There are, like I said, several things that I have, like, now that I've looked at this piece again, that I want to retouch and revisit. One thing that kind of bugs me, it's not that big of a deal, and I don't know what I'll do about it, but I had used the white Posca marker here to kind of clean up the edge of this eye, and for whatever reason on camera, it's just like really prominent in comparison to like the base white of the board. I don't know if I should just paint the rest of it white just so that way it's even, but then that would mean I'd have to do the same for all these other like white spots. So I don't know. I guess I'll think about it a little bit more. But I do want to add some like shading probably here on the nose and under here on the neck, and maybe like underneath the hair around here. I realized down here where the hand is grabbing the drink initially, so I did pink for the drink, and then I used red here to indicate like to make it look transparent, so it's like the hand is behind here. But I accidentally, or I didn't think about this, I filled in the rest of this part of the glass red, but then it just looks like her hand is like really big, when there should probably be kind of like a little bit of pink, just like a tiny bit here, just so that way you can see more of the hand shape. You can see a little difference in the color there. Yeah, I know. So we'll see what I want to do. I do want to, right here, the pearls on the necklace, I do want to actually like use the white Posca paint here just to touch it up and fix it a little bit. And so with those things in mind, we can probably get started. Oh, and then I have another shikishi board piece that I did over the last weekend? Was it last weekend? It's been a bit. I posted photos on Blue Sky, but I made a little shikishi board. So as you can see, it's much smaller than this big one, but I thought this one was kind of fun because I just used just ink, and then I did the background with a gold shikishi, or a gold Posca marker, so it's kind of shiny. I don't know if it can be captured on camera that well, but you can see like on a regular shikishi board they typically have these like gold borders, so I thought it'd be kind of fun to do like a gold and black and white piece. So I have this one now. I'm holding up a 3 because that indicates 3 years of streaming. I had this idea that maybe if I make a bunch more like traditional pieces on stream, maybe whenever I do decide to do like my first subathon or like charity stream or whatever, we could auction off some of these as like, and then the money will just go to like whatever charity or whatever it is that I'm doing. I think that'd be kind of neat. So we have one completed piece. I'll probably sign the back at some point with the gold Posca marker, but for now we have one. I am a little sad. The ink didn't fully dry. I was kind of in a hurry working on this one, so you can see there are some ink smudges from when I was trying to erase the pencil lines underneath, but maybe that just adds to some authenticity of the piece, you know? Like, you can't get that anywhere else. smudged by my own hand. I thought it was one of those drinks that have multiple layers of color. That was also something that I was thinking, but I think once I add that one little sliver of pink, it'll become a little more obvious that it's like the hand behind the glass. So let me see. Let me grab that pink Posca pen. Sorry if you heard my shell phone chime. I'm gonna silence that right now. Yeah, so here's again what the Posca marker looks like. You generally, in the instructions, you can kind of see it here. You're supposed to shake them before you use them, and then you want to try to get the paint and the ink to flow. I have also like a little tester paper here with some of the colors, and you can see some of my like pen and color pencil like scribblings next to them to kind of test stuff. And then I also have this spare envelope. Good morning, OnlyFlans. Hello. Welcome. Flan, look. I made another shikishi board. Not on stream. I didn't do it this fast. I wish I was that fast. This one I made during, I think, last weekend. Or no, 2 weekends ago. It's a little guy. But it's got gold. Yeah. You won this one, so cute. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I'm happy with how it came out. I didn't think I could get the line art to be so clean, but the pen I was using for the line art it's a pen that I've been using on and off, just for like writing in my planner and journals and stuff. And I really like the way that it feels. I need to buy more pens that are kind of like it. But you're just in time. I haven't started any art parts yet. I've just been kind of yapping. You're getting ready for the gym? Well, have a good workout. Okay. Yeah, see. The paint is already flowing. We're already looking good. Someone really cool followed you on Twitter. Damn. That must be nice. Alright, let's see if I can try to get it on camera. All my big ol' head's in the way. Maybe I can move myself over. Hold on. Scooch. Let me just make myself small. There we go. Hey, now you can probably see a little better. Okay, let's see. So I am thinking, yeah, like here, maybe probably like this. Oog. Ow! I already went over some of that white. It's okay. We'll touch it up with the white Posca. Maybe. I'll figure it out. Oh, it's so light. That's weird. I wonder if it's... Maybe I just need to get the ink flowing a little bit more. Or I'll just have to go over it a couple of times so it's less opaque. To apologize in advance about the lighting in here. I only have a single light source at my desk. You should try neon green. It pops super hard. I don't have too many colors, unfortunately. I just have the... Because I only just started trying these out, so I only bought like this single pack of colors. So I'm working with a limited palette here. Oh, I see some of the red kind of lifted off when I use the pink on it. Let ink flow. There we go. Well, I guess we'll just let it dry and then I'll try again. Oops. Let's see. I also, like I was saying earlier, I want to add some shading to the nose here and underneath the neck. So I was thinking using purple for like the main shade. Ooh. And then probably using red on like the outer part of the shadow to give it some like a transition. I don't know what to call it. Maybe like bounce. Is it sort of like bounce light? Not sure what you would refer to it as. Wow, I suddenly have a nose. You can tell someone knows how to be a fancy artist. Oh, I should hope so. I've been doing this for a long time. Let the purple dry a little bit. Though I guess I could start adding some shading here underneath the hair. Let's see, do I want... I guess if the sun is coming from this way, shadows would be on this side, like this. Just a little bit. So how's everyone's morning gone so far? Hope you've had a nice breakfast and you're ready to tackle the day. Shading to this part of the skin, we might as well also do it on some of the hand. And maybe also on the, like everywhere else. Guess that's fine. Let's see. Maybe like, shoulder, it could probably be like this. Eek! Scary. Making commitment is scary. Low-key, these aren't... This has the same color of the Neon Genesis Evangelion OST album, or at least one of them. Also, I haven't eaten yet till after the gym, so since last dinner, so around 10 hours. That's a long time. But you should eat something before you go to the gym, so you have more energy. You gotta get a good pump in. And you modded your 3DS, that's pretty cool. I just realized you gotta add a little like this, because it's got the strap of the part of my top here. Actually a good thing I haven't started doing the pearls yet, because then I can just touch it up with the white. Like so. Something. I think the purple pops out really nicely against the orange. Looking pretty alright, I think, so far. Just gonna keep shading. You're gonna head out and watch at the gym, maybe? Have a good workout. Thanks for stopping by. Get those gains. Hopefully you'll have made some good progress by the next time you peep in. Be safe, have fun. Yeah, lift heavy, let's go. I did leg day yesterday, and I was in a bit of a time constraint, so I ended up not doing not too many exercises, but I did try to go heavy. And I'm not sure if I quite feel it yet. Like any soreness, but I'm sure I will. I felt a little something earlier when I was down in the kitchen. Wow, suddenly a dimension. It's kind of wild. lip. I was actually thinking of doing the same here for the eyelid. It's a little wow. Amazing. We have shading. Alright. Let's try going back over this area again on the drink. This part that's like weirdly opaque. Now the paint's flowing. Yeah, now it kind of, you can kind of see the shape of the hand better. Though I accidentally went a little too far there. So the thumb is a little thin, but nothing some more Posca can't fix. That is the joy of Posca paint. Right. So something else I wanted to do, I wanted to add some shine to the cherry, or not shine, like some shading to the cherry as well. But I'm wondering, well, I guess I've already committed to doing some of the shading with paint, so it wouldn't really matter too much if I also did some in other areas and then used color pencil in others. I think I wanted to use the color pencil for more like adding a little more dimension and texture in certain places. So we'll see how this turns out. Well, you can see it at least on the camera, but in person it's kind of light. Whoa! Ah! Oh my god, I just made it like a huge glob of paint. I was trying to get the ink to flow and it just like spilled out. Ah! Like a lot. Let's see if I can grab a paper towel for that before I get purple paint everywhere. Look at my, ooh, it's runny. Ooh, okay. Hold on. Look at my paint glob. Oops. Good morning, Jozo. Hello. I am doing well. I hope you are also doing well. I'm accidentally making a mess here. Look at all this paint. But we are currently adding some touch-up and detail. So let me set this aside for a second. So not sure where to put it because I don't want to get the paint everywhere. Maybe I'll just let it sit. Or no, we'll do this. You ready for the big brain move? A lot of paint, but at least now it's not to like gonna get everywhere. It's just gonna get on the envelope. We've made a new what are those, like, is it Rorschach painting? What does this look like to you? What does this blob look like to you? still need to add also the stripes to like my jacket collar. And let's see, I think I want to use, yeah, just the white Posca pen, marker, and we can probably try to get the ink to flow by cleaning up these like little pearls here. Not really, I mean, it's kind of opaque, but yeah, it's also not very visible on the camera, but that's alright. I might have to do another layer. Well, no, let's see, for this part here on the jacket, I'm kind of scared. I'm scared to commit. But that's kind of also like the joy of traditional art, right? It's like the idea that things are, you know, pretty permanent. So if I follow a path of where I want it, maybe like, oh, it's so light. That is so light and very thin. I'm gonna have to make that a little bit bigger, but at least I kind of have a pathway to follow now. Yeah, I might have to touch this up or go over it a couple times so that it's visible. At least you can see it on camera. It's really hard to see in person. We're going smoothly. That's good. I have to go out for my lunch break, so I can't stay. It's okay. Hope everyone has a great day. Enjoy your lunch. Thanks for popping in. Oop. Oh yeah, this is very hard to see in person. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to go over it a couple times. Oh, I also just realized I think the stripes would be technically going this way and then down, not all the way up and around. Oh well. It is what it is. Like I said, that's just the way that traditional art be. No one's gonna really make a big deal about it. Oh look, see, some of that yellow paint is getting picked up by the marker. Maybe it's a little hard to see on the camera, but there's definitely some yellow paint mixed in here. Yeah, I'll probably have to do another follow through on those stripes if I want it to be a little more visible. Oh. But yeah, looking pretty good. Well, now that this has dried, let me see. Debating and thinking. I was thinking using the red paint on like the outer edges of some of the shadows. But I don't know if I would have to or want to do that for all of them, so it's like consistent. Or if it would look okay just on certain areas. There's the red. Wow, it's kind of interesting how much it pops on camera. But then in person, it's like, I feel like it's not that visible. Yeah, that looks good. I like the way that looks on camera. Again, in person, it's kind of, I feel like it's sort of muddled. Yeah, so maybe I'll do it in some places. Like maybe here on the back of the neck, and like here around the shoulder. Also thinking on like the corners of the mouth here to add a little dimension. Like, this. Yeah, look at that. It helps make the mouth pop a little. Though I think it needs a little more. A teeny bit. Yeah, then I wanted to use also the white Posca right here, like on the umbrella, to indicate like the little like the frame of the umbrella. But I also need to draw or paint in the, like, what do you even call that? Yeah, I guess the frame underneath too. Not sure what color to do though. Maybe purple, since we're using purple for our shade anyway. So then that way it'd be like purple, or would it be part of, yeah, I guess purple for the shading underneath, and then white for the remainder of the stick. Hope this purple Posca isn't gonna drip more paint. And even if it does, though, okay, that is very thick. Even if it does, I'm sure I can work with it. But that's okay. Who's gonna tell? All these like little frame bits of the umbrella should meet here. There's probably gonna be one going this way. Like that. And I'll just let that dry because that came out kind of thick. So small. This little tiny dot right there. Have to wait for this purple to dry still. I can probably do, so it'd be like this, and then maybe another one here on this end. Or I guess here. One here. Maybe one here, and then one here. umbrella is coming together. Oops. Do the little tip here. Okay, where else can I start adding some shading? I was considering maybe doing it on the hair here, but I'm not sure because the skin's already orange, so I didn't want to do orange on the inside of the hair. And I guess technically purple could work, but I also thought maybe I could also just use the colored pencil here at this point. I'm not sure what I want to do. Oh yeah, I also have, I think I showed them off last time, these like colored multi-liners too. You could also use that to add some texture as well. Like I think here for the eyes, I'd want to do something kind of like, as you can see here, by doing like kind of like a scratchy sort of look. I wonder if that would look better. And I would need my little tester paper. So I think the red liner on the red paint, it's pretty similar in color. So it might not be very visible, but that might be what I want. I'm basically trying to get it where I can draw over this like little blue blob to incorporate it a little bit better, and then maybe do some of like the ends of the lashes here. Let's see. Let me grab these multi-liners. Ta-da! So if I test this, you know, can just draw right out over the paint. And it's like pretty visible. Or at least, I don't know how visible that is on camera, but in person it's pretty legible. So let's try this out. I need a place to put these liners. Interesting, where the red pen meets the blue ink, it got kind of darker rather than the look that I was kind of hoping for, so maybe I can try to fix it. That is also kind of my problem sometimes, is like the traditional art. I think like, oh, I can fix it, and then I'll make an attempt to fix it, but only make it worse. Just because I overthink it, you know? But look at how much of a, like, it kind of made the eyes pop a little bit more from the rest of the base color. Kind of neat. might just line the mouth with the liner. And any other like fine details, like maybe here on the nose. Sometimes you just gotta know when to stop. And sometimes you don't realize you had already reached that stopping point a while ago. Also use the liner to kind of add some of the bottom lashes. But we'll see. I'm gonna try this out with the mouth and see how I like it. Oh, I could also use the liner to show the separation of like the hair on top of the eyebrow. Not too bad, not too shabby. Oh, my liners are moving. Yeah, they just added a little touch of a line there, but it helped, I think. Yeah, so maybe I should use, well, I don't have a purple liner to kind of continue this line, so maybe I'll just end up using red. We'll see. But I do think using maybe orange on the hair for the liner would help a lot. Yeah, so for example, let's test this orange liner. Grab my little tester here. I'm gonna just draw right over this yellow paint. Yeah, that looks pretty good, I think. I don't know, that shows up on camera very well. It's that little itty bitty line right there. Yeah, because I have this area here where the hair is like here, and then there's an eyebrow underneath, but it's getting kind of lost. I also wanted to add some more like line separation for the hair here, and also like details for the braid. So we can do that with the pen. So let's see. And the line should eventually come up at a point here, but I realize I should maybe add a little bit of purple to indicate the hair meeting at the top. Just adding a little detail here and there. Might need to touch up some stuff, but I'm kind of curious. So as you can kind of see, the paint is a little streaky. I'm not going to try to go over and do another base, but I wanted to use, there was a whole reason of getting these, using some of the color pencil to try to add some texture, like to the blush of the face. So I got all these colors here. Ooh. I think we might need to start a little bit dark. So going with the red, maybe just lightly in the like center of the cheek, or like the top, the peaks of the cheek, and then using like a lighter, like this, it's called rose, salmon pink, for like the transition out toward the skin. But I don't know how that's gonna look, so let's see. Again, using our little tester paper. Lightly color over the paint. Yeah, it looks pretty okay. You can kind of see it right there. I guess we will just work our way outer to make it like lighter. Oh, this is scary. It's scary, but it's also like fun, you know? I mean, that's kind of the joy of testing things out. That looks really nice on camera. Although the points where there's texture on the board, I mean, maybe that's a neat thing, where the like paint has kind of like, I don't know what you would call that. It's kind of made this like interesting texture on the board. I'm just trying to use these like light circular motions so that way we can have a little bit of a transition. have no idea how well the microphone is picking up the sound of the color pencil on the board since I'm going kind of light. But it is some nice ASMR. Also wondering if I can, like sort of use my finger to rub in the color pencil a little bit more. Looks pretty nice, I think. That's a nice, again, texture, I think, to the drawing. I didn't even realize I got purple paint on me somewhere. Yes, the good old tool that never fails, one's own hands. That's very cute on camera, I must say. It's very subtle. I think also because I've rubbed off quite a bit of it. I don't even know if we need the pink to help transition. It's already like very light and blended in. But yeah, I was hoping to use similar technique for the cheeks on the center of the flower. I think generally for red hibiscus, they're usually like not black, but like a darker color in the center, and then they kind of transition out onto the petals. But I don't have I mean, red on red I don't think it's gonna be very visible. Purple might be too dark, so I'm wondering if I use like a light blue on top of the red, if that would look better. I think I had tested it here. You can kind of see, but it doesn't really turn out like a purple. It's like this weird, like dark color. Let's see. This one. This is dioxazine purple hue. That is really dark. I don't know if you can see that. But maybe if I just do this lightly enough and then kind of rub it out, it might be okay. I guess we could give it a shot. I'm also going to open up a reference just to make sure I'm making the flower look right. Let's see. Hibiscus. Oh, yeah, it's like very, well, more the like reddish or like pinkish ones. They don't have the gradient as much as like some of the other colors do. It's very subtle. So it's actually not even really like I guess it depends on the flower, but some of them even have a lighter center, which I could technically do with the white and just kind of spread it out, but I don't want to do that. I'm just going to add some dimension with that darker color. I guess I'll just make it very small. Like, yeah, it doesn't seem to go out much, so probably like this. If we go light, much is that showing up on camera? Oh, pretty good. It's like, it literally goes like this far on a red hibiscus, which isn't a lot, but it does add quite a bit of dimension. Probably gonna go back and add, like, make it a little bit darker and then make it lighter as it goes up. But for now, just kind of show how I want it. Again, the gradient from the center is very small on a red hibiscus. At least from the photos that I can see online. Trying my best not to be too heavy-handed here. Something like that. But again, it reads so dark. Trying to smudge it out a little with my finger. With my fingy. I'm wondering if I try using some of the red color pencil to darken it, so that way it's not like totally black smudgy, and a little more like, how would I say, just to give it more like a red tone, if that would help. I love working with color, but when it comes to mixing traditional colors, like with traditional medium, I am no savant. I'm still testing and figuring out a lot of things. Well, it did make it look darker, but it's still very, like, black rather than the vibrant look that I was hoping for. So I'm gonna try to figure out how to blend this out a little bit better somehow. But this is all part of the experimentation, so I guess the other solution would be to just add more texture to the flower overall using more color. But I'm not sure. Let's see. Yeah, that light pink, it doesn't really read too well on top of the red. Yeah, now I'm almost wondering if I should have gone with that blue like I had tested in the first place, but it's still kind of muddy. IMO. Not really sure what the solution would be figure it out. You can also add some, probably using the red. Oh, I also have orange. The red and the orange on is it the stamen or the pistil? Whatever it's called, one of these. Add some gradient from the center and also underneath here for some dimension. So again, just trying to be light. With the pressure I'm putting on here. That way I can try to blend it out a little more. Yeah. No, the purple is smudging into the yellow. Heavy-handed in the areas I know for sure are going to be darker. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, now you can see a little bit. See if I bring it a little closer to camera. This gradient here. Which is what I was thinking to do with the hair. Like the shadows in the hair here. Just to, again, add more texture. I also want to add some, because I don't know if you guys can see, but on my model I have some like blue in my hair at the very ends. I'm just going to use just a color pencil to add the texture down here. I got the light blue to do it, though I don't know if it'll actually look blue on top of the yellow. It's like kinda blue. Probably the best we can do, so we will try it out anyways. I don't know if it's really working the way that I had hoped, because since so much of the yellow is showing underneath, it just looks greenish. But well, even with that being said, texture is texture. And it's doing what I wanted. I think I'm also going to add some shading to the necklace to kind of differentiate some of the form a little bit better. Maybe using the blue on the green will be dark enough. Pretty good, I think. So let's do that. sanded here because the green is so dark. Maybe if I add a little more hue to it with the other color pencils, it might help it pop a little bit more. Really like the way that the texture of the board on and the paint look. It's very nice. Do that to add the shading here on the hair clip. See that? Just a little something. That's nice. Gives it a little pop. And then as for the dark blue, let's see. I don't think the light blue is going to show very well. Oh, actually it's not that bad. Light blue on blue. Whereas if I use, let's say, this blue, it's like an Indian blue. This might be a little too dark. Yeah, that is super dark. Or how about this is like more of a turquoise. No, that is really, really dark. Or how about this light? You can't even see this really. This light aqua. Yeah, so you can kind of see here. There's that the dark green blue, the aqua, which kind of looks more or less like the paint blue. That Indian blue, that like purpley one, and then this is just the light blue over the blue, which is kind of what I'm looking for. If I need to add a little more darkness, I might go in with one of these other colors, but I think for now just the light blue would work. So it'd be something like this. which is good to know because I'm going to be using this same blue to kind of separate the bottom of the hat and then the like, what would you even call it? Like the big part of the band. Though I didn't account for the rope ties at the top. So I'm not sure if I want to leave some kind of indication of those on here or not. Guess we'll come back to it. I'm a little unsure. I'm scared. It's scary. Do I want to try adding some more shading here to the cherry? Maybe with a little red? I don't know. Think about it. I also need some reference for the star fruit. Like, how do I want to draw the like detail in? Ah, okay, so they have kind of like a middle where it's like, also the shape is completely different than what I drew it like a straight up star, but they sort of go like this. So maybe I can fix that with paint. I would need could probably fix it here and here and here. Some of the orange. Yeah, and then I could probably use the orange paint as well for the center details. Here's orange and the yellow Posca. I'm gonna start with the yellow, I think. Let's see. It's a little bit hard to see, but rest assured I am fixing it. of those little center pieces. It's like a center star inside the star. Doesn't look like that's always the case, but in this image I'm using, it's got a star within the star, so... Please focus. Focus! Come on, camera. Please focus. Focusing. Well, it's getting there. Yeah, I just did the shape a little bit more. The indication of the frame on the umbrella. I want to fix the shape a little bit here. do think I want to use red. Where did my liners go? Yeah, probably to finish off these extra little line details here. Under the lip. And then the eyelids. It's kind of hard to see, it's so little. Alright. Wow. Liner makes such a huge difference. Makes me wonder if I should just reline everything. Like once most of the paint is like, oh, excuse me, painted. I'm so bummed that this is so dark still. Not sure what I'm gonna do to fix it. And then I'm excited to do like the cherry shine. Maybe we can start doing that now. Thinking using pink and then just going over with white, kind of like what I did here on the eye. So it'll have like a bit of an outline. Oh, wait, rather than pink, maybe I should use yellow. I think that will pop more. You can kind of see. Sense here to kind of just indicate another shadow between like the front side of the hair, and then I could probably line the rest. I think that's what I want to do. Okay, hopefully I don't mess this up. Oh, that is so thick. Oh. The purple Posca just decided to come out to play. I feel like that helps add a little more dimension. I'm surprised with how much it's like flowing out in comparison to earlier. Like, look at how streaky it is in some of these areas, and then this is just like very clean because it's so wet. And also here on the umbrella, my hair like really pops. I have to be a little extra careful regarding this area. This yellow looks like it's already dry. So we can take the white, this white Posca, and add that highlight. Just a little bit more. Visible difference. It's mixing in with the yellow quite a bit. There we go. Well, I guess I'll have to let it dry again before I try another attempt. Or I could try relining this part here. See if we can make it a little bit more visible. Certainly flowing out a lot more. Oh yeah, that looks a lot better. Something else I've learned to recognize too is that even if I see like a lot of mistakes in my art, or like if I mess something up, quote unquote, unless I don't say anything, most people don't notice. So I try not to be as hard on myself when I make a mistake on a certain thing. Like, yeah, it may look like a glaring mistake on my end that I can't overlook, but for most people, it's just kind of like, they don't think twice about it, you know? It's only apparent to me because I'm the one working on it. Let that dry. I was thinking of also doing maybe a little pattern on the umbrella as well, but I'm not sure what I would want to do. Maybe more little flowers. Like little, probably orange. Or, yeah, orange. Or red? No, orange. The red might not look so bad. I don't know, what kind of flower pattern should I do? Maybe something like just a simple, like that. And like little ones. I think that would work. Ah, I'm getting white paint on my skin. I don't know if that looks like a pattern or more just like a bunch of random dots now. Ah. Maybe I should have been a little more precise with it. Oh well. I'm trying to go light, but I'm making like big old blobs. There may or may not look like a pattern and just a bunch of little dots, but oh well. It is what it is. That's just gonna be the saying every time I mess something up. It is what it is. Adding little lines to indicate the frame, but I'm not sure if I like it. It's kind of hard to see. It came out really well. Thank you, Ren. I appreciate it. I'm still working, dabbling here and there on different areas, but I'm glad it's looking okay. I think I want to do pink. Kind of similar to what I did here on the cherry, but on the pearls. Just a little like dot. So nothing too prominent. The paint is so loose. Ooh. They end up being kind of globby, so I'll have to be careful. But I'm glad you think so, Ren. Just adding, yeah, like I said, just touching up things here and there, adding texture. Slowly but surely coming together. Maybe I should just use red for the shading. The red, where did I put it? The red color pencil. Adding some texture here. Because this, again, turned out a little too dark for my liking. But I'm not sure if there's a way that I can lift it. I don't think I have. Oh, no. I don't think it would work. I don't have like a, what are those erasers called where they're like a kneaded eraser? I just have a regular high polymer eraser. I don't know how well it's gonna work on taking color pencil away, if at all. Like lifting like more like, well, that might be some of the color pencil. I did try to use some red. Maybe if I can lighten it enough, it won't be as dark. I don't know if that did anything. I can't tell. I feel like I just smudged it out more. Ah, well. We'll try using, where's my tester? Yeah, more of the red on red. Each other here. I'm wondering if I just start adding texture like this, that will help. That's pretty right. Yeah, unfortunately, if I can't fix this center area, maybe just adding more texture overall will help blend it out. I mean, I'm just testing and trying out a lot of new techniques with this piece. Haven't done like a multimedia artwork in a while. It's already almost time to end stream. I feel like I didn't really make too much progress. So maybe we'll just keep coming back to this piece every now and then. I'll just gradually work to finishing it off. Somehow fix the parts that I don't like to make it look intentional, then perhaps I will be happier. And look at how yeah, you can see how much is getting dusted on my finger. It's weird because it's like very subtle, the red on the hibiscus, but I feel like it pops out quite a bit on camera. Well, since I have to end stream here soon, let's talk about our schedule for next week. I'm actually going to be doing more art on Thursday night. Still haven't really decided what I want to do. Like, I have a couple ideas, but I don't know if I'm actually going to feel like doing them by the time Thursday night rolls around. So we'll see what I end up committing to after the weekend. But then I also have a Go Focus with Your Avatar stream next Thursday. Wait, sorry, did I mix them up? Tuesday night, Thursday mornings. I'm still in my head thinking about when I used to do Thursday night streams. So next Thursday morning is the Go Focus with Your Avatar stream. And for that one, I'll probably, I don't know, I figured I could work on stuff off screen and just have the room open so that way you guys can come join me and be productive with me. Whatever work you need to do. And then, yeah, like I was saying, Tuesday night is another art stream. What we're doing, I'm not sure yet. Oh gosh, it looks, the darkness is popping out so much more now that I'm going over it with red, because I'm trying to blend it in a little bit better. But I don't know if this is a successful attempt or not. It's just so dark. Let me put my schedule up on screen so you can see what the hell I'm even talking about regarding next week's schedule. But if you want to reference back, my stream schedule is on my free chat on my YouTube channel. Anyways, I think my Twitch also should have like a generalized schedule as well, just for like a reminder that it's Tuesday nights, Thursday mornings. Oh man, that's just popping out a lot on camera. Oh, I'm gonna have to try to figure out a way to fix it. But yeah, we made a little progress. Started adding some texture to things, added shading, added some lines, fixed up some parts. I kind of regret doing the pattern on the umbrella now, but yeah, like I said, it is what it is. And then, yeah, just for one more time for anyone who's still here, that other shikishi board that I did. You love how this turned out? Oh, thank you, Keiko. Still not done. Still have a bit of ways to go, I think, in terms of like finalizing stuff. I think I do want to eventually finish outlining like the face and the hair and whatnot. So yeah, I'll probably add the braid details here too for the hat. Kind of add some separation other than like shading and texture. So it's coming together. I guess with all traditional pieces, you just kind of have to trust the process. So this may look like a glaring error to me now, but maybe once I finish coloring the rest of it, it'll be not that bad. We'll see. But thank you so much for joining me. Here, let me put that schedule on screen like I was talking about. Schedule, where did you go? Schedule! Yeah. So next Tuesday evening, art of some kind. And then next Thursday morning, go focus with your avatar. Another productive stream. And so, for those of you that are still here, let's see if there's anyone that I want to raid on Twitch. Who is online? Anybody I know? No! Seems like most of my boots are not online at this time. Let's see, live channels we think you'll like. Is there anyone that I have forgotten to follow? Or is there anyone new that we can pop into? Otherwise we could just say, we'll just call it. Oh, I know this person. Okay. We are going to raid... Oh. Perfect, they are also doing art. Okay. We are going to raid OGVT. They are as their description reads, a Filipino spy VTuber who plays a variety of games. They're also an illustrator and animator. No oomfies? No, they are technically oomfies on Blue Sky. I think I should be following them. So I'll follow them once we raid. Raid OGBT. Oh, why did it not? / raid. Ah, that's the channel right there. Come on, Twitch, stop. OGBT. There we go. Okay. Well, thank you again, everybody, for joining. I hope you have a good rest of your day, evening, whatever you're doing. Go say hi to OG, and I'll see you next week. Bye, guys. See you later.